Hello. Let's see if in this video we can see a bit better. This is a Postgres SQL Server database being used in a paginated report. I published it already to Power BI service, and let's see the usage. As you can see, we are using this parameter to send data directly in the SQL query and then fetching the company names. Each time we go to the next tab, the query will be executed against SQL Server and against Postgres. And if I choose SQL, one tablix will be shown. If I choose Postgres, the other tablix will be displayed. There you go. And yes, okay, let's go to Postgres. Great. This file does not have a semantic model, as we can see in the lineage. It is just this, accessing both data sources via on-premise gateway. SQL Server is using a SQL Server connection, and Postgres is using a ODBC. Ideally, you would try to host SQL Server and Postgres on a Azure instance, so you wouldn't need the on-premise gateway. We can see the on-premise gateway here. There you go, online. And the connections are as follows. This is the SQL settings, basic authentication, nothing special, and ODBC. There you go, nothing special as well. Only that the ODBC needs to be set in the system and not the user. So, because it is being used by the on-premise gateway, you need to register here in the system DSN tab. Other than that, let's go to the paginated report. Here I created two data sources using Microsoft SQL Server as connection type, and for the Postgres using the ODBC. This is the connection string, which is fine. Okay, there you go. So let's do a step-by-step. So this is, let's run the report. What happens here? Let's do it with micro. When I click on tab, it will send the search key for both Postgres and SQL, and it will bring me all the company names with micro. That's a bit too much, but anyway, okay, it's fine. Let's check. Let's see if we have data. view report. Yes. Now for Postgres, view report. There you go. So in the this parameter is being used to send the search key in the queries. I'm using here. Let me show the SQL first. In the SQL query, okay, configuring the paginated report like this, we don't need a semantic model, and we can write SQL queries directly in the paginated report file. And then we can also use the parameter as an input method. This is a very nice exchange of data between the report and your database. Parameter here, parameter being used in the query. That's it. You will type something here. The something will be run against your SQL, and then it will be displayed here, whatever it finds. Now for Postgres, is a bit different. So in Postgres we use question marks. First question mark, it's using the key parameter. Here, because we are using only one, it's fine. But in this case, we are using 3 question marks. First, second, and third. And as you can see, the first question mark is for the date, start date, the second question mark for the end date, and the third question mark for the company name. Yeah. So we have to map the parameters accordingly. First, now in this case we also have to use a format function for the start date. So the first parameter is the start date, the second parameter is the end date, and the third parameter is the company name. Whereas in SQL, you have your name with your parameter name. So here you are using SQL company name, where a start date and then date. Here the parameter have names in SQL, in the SQL case, not in the Postgres case. In the Postgres, all the parameters are question marks, and then you have to map with the proper parameter from your external parameter listing. Yeah, that's a nice definition. Your internal parameter will be always question marks, and then you map to your external parameters here. What else? Here we are also using a format. Also here. Oh yes, and then to hide and show. As we can see in the data source, the available data. So SQL Server, the value is SQL Server. Postgres, the value is Postgres. Then in the tablets properties, we go in visibility, in the visibility tab, we have to configure this. There you go, that's it. Whenever you choose Postgres, it will show the Postgres tablets. Whenever you choose SQL, it will show the SQL tablets. That's it. As simple as that. Well, again, this is a very dynamic way of building a report. You can actually use parameters as an input method to run against your database. And the sky's the limit, but perhaps this is not how it was meant to be used. But anyway, it's a very interesting way of building reports as well. Thank you. That's it.